Okay. Last month, I was on a training inside a mastermind group I'm in. And this training was, I'll just tell you, one training provided $230,500. We literally had $230,500 of sales last month from one training, one 10-minute segment. Okay. Now, I don't tell you this to gloat. I'm going to tell you some things that have went completely wrong this year too, because I want you to see the good and the bad and the really ugly, because I'm going to be real with you at all times. But I want you to know that if the faster you take action, the faster you're going to get a payday like this and more. Now, this is just from one thing that we did last month. Okay. I took action so fast. Nicole, are you on here? Let me pull you up. There she is. Y'all, Nicole Lonnie is a team member of mine. She works a lot with people inside our programs on building out their businesses and everything that we're going to do forward. She just takes it to the next level. So I was on this training Thursday night at like 11 o'clock at night. And I had this idea. The training literally walked me through step-by-step processes. And I was like, okay, I'm going to run with it. Now, I had two options. I had an option where I could wake up the next morning and I could say, you know what? Let's make this pretty. Let me reach out to my tech team and make a pretty landing page for it and have the AI create the copy, the things that we do. And we can launch this, maybe in a week or two, maybe a month. Nicole, what happened?
Well, I started getting messages from people in our community saying, it's really cool that Kylie's giving away gifts for your birthday. She's giving away a scholarship. And I was like, what? So before I texted Kylie, I checked her Facebook page, and there is this post saying, hey, we're giving away a $29,000 scholarship on Nicole's birthday. Then I texted Kylie and said, what are we doing?
Okay, so we tell you that because I took freaking action fast.
Yes.
Okay. 11 o'clock on Thursday night, I'm watching a training sitting on the couch while my kids are all asleep. Now, I have a 7-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a baby who just literally turned 1 on September 1st. So there's no excuses to this. Okay. 11 o'clock at night. 7 o'clock the next morning. You guys, I'm not a morning person. There's a reason why this doesn't start till 10 my time, because I'm not functioning until 10. Okay. Baby wakes me up at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm thinking, you know what? Why not? Let's just see what happens. What's the worst people can tell me? No, I'm not interested in a $29,000 scholarship, because I had no fancy name for it. I had no fancy sales page for it. In fact, this is how it went. We made a couple posts. I made a couple emails at 7 o'clock in the morning. Nicole's getting messages like, oh, that's so cool. And she's like, Kylie, I have no idea what's going on. Would you like to fill me in? So, in fact, I didn't even fill the team in until our team meeting on Monday. So they had to go all weekend with wondering what the heck I was doing. But it worked. Okay. $230,000 and $500 in sales later. And I don't know how much we've done in cash received, but like over at least 100,000. Okay. So if you would like to take these things to take a while to create and launch, they can. If you would like to start making more money faster, stop making it take too long to launch things. I ran with things so messy. We created a Google form. I created a Google form with a baby in my lap at 7 o'clock on a Friday morning. And within that Google form were 4 questions. All it said was this: what's your first name? What's your last name? What's an email? Well, okay, your name, your email, your phone number, and why should we pick you? That was it. That's how I launched this thing. And then I said, if you want to, click this link to a Google form fill it out. Now, you guys, I have systems to automate the entire thing. I have systems to automate and beautify and perfectionism kind of stuff. But I didn't do it because I knew that if I took action freaking fast and messy, it was going to result in some crazy cool things. And I think it did. While everybody else is worrying about an economy, we create our own economies in my world. You guys game for that? You game for creating your own economy? So we create our own economies, right? Last month, from ourselves, that's what we did, over $200,000 from something that I was like, oh, I have this idea. Let's just run with it. And let's just see what happens. Okay. Now I want you to also go back to a time in my life, the January 2024. I have an idea and I'm going to run with it because, everything is going to work out for the better. But I have a saying in my life. I want you to write this down because this is really going to help you as we go forward and we create these new things, and it removes the fear from launching. Okay. The saying is, if not this, something better. Write that down, plaster it all over your house, your office space, your bedroom mirrors. I don't care. But this has helped me move past the idea of like, well, what if it goes wrong? First, I don't even play those what if games. I only say, well, what can happen if it goes right? And then I just move forward. Okay. So if not this, something better. Back in January, we were launching our 90-day programs for patients. And we have cool boxes that are like this with like dispensaries. So we had all this work put up into it. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to run some ads. So I throw $20,000 at the ads. From that $20,000, we had 4,500 people join, which is pretty good. January, so I'm thinking, everybody cares about their health. This is going to be a great time. I got 4,500 people I'm talking to, which is going to really help me get to that 10,000 patient mark. Can I tell you guys something? We went live 4 times. Now, I'm pretty good at hosting workshops. I can go live like it's the back of my hands. I've done it so many times now, as you guys can see. Guess how many sales we had? I think we were selling this for 3,500, right, Nicole? Yeah. That was the price tag back then. Yeah. So last month we did 230,500 in sales from just one action. That doesn't include any other things that we did. 75, 50. Come on, there's more than 2 people on here. Take a stab. I don't care. 335. So 93 participants on this call right now. 20% conversion. Yeah, you'd think that's 20% conversion. Nicole, how many sales did we get? A big fat whopping 0.
0.
0 sales. Not a freaking penny. Okay. Now here's the thing. If not this, something better. Okay, let's go back to the drawing board. We figured out how to improve our messaging. We figured out a whole bunch of other things. But hey, you guys, I've got 4,500 people I can now talk to. So no matter what happens, I'm never going to complain about building my email list. Okay, so this is January. Let's go into February. Okay, now I'm smart. I know if I just put $20,000 into something, I should probably get something back at some point. So in February, we did the exact same 4 live workshops. Mm-hmm. Only we tweaked them pretty drastically, I would say. So we bettered it, as in step 6. We bettered things. We were again selling our 90-day program. Did we change the price tag on this point?
So
What was it? Do you remember?
I think we decided to do was it $24.99?
Okay.
I think so.
We did drop the price tag some.
We did.
We don't do 99s. We do 97s. We ended
Yeah, we
sevens.
did 97s.
Okay. So we would drop the price tag. Now I'm gonna tell you guys this. Okay, so I'm thinking in my head, 4,500 people. Oh my gosh, that's like 250 people joining, and I start getting all excited. I'm doing the math, and I'm like, hey, we're gonna have 250 people join. Now here's the problem with this. Okay, there's no way on planet Earth Nicole is gonna take 250 sales calls within a 2-week time period. I think she took, I don't know, like what, 3, maybe 3 sales calls.
Maybe.
So, and I'm telling you the story because one, you can launch something and everything can go right. And you're like, yes, I just made multiple $100,000. And everything can go wrong and you can make a big fat whopping 0. But if not this, something better. Okay. So we have 4 live workshops. We tweaked them all, presented them not necessarily different content, but I presented it in a different way to the same 4,500 people. Okay, now I'm going to also tell you guys that I don't know if you remember, but back in January, there was that Google shift with the emails. You guys, this decimated our January. I think we had like 17 people join live with us. 17 out of 4,500. And we start figuring out what on earth is going wrong. Nobody was getting their emails. It was crazy. So we're like, okay, February, let's quick it through things. We're going to run it at the same email list. Round 2, get inside that chat box. I did not spend more money on ads. So I just reached out for them same 4,500 people that we have. Okay. Susan, the Google made a shift in January, and you might not have even noticed this, but for us, we have we had like a 10,000 email list that we just scrapped. They changed it to where you couldn't utilize a Gmail. Like it had to be a paid email. I don't like paid emails. I like using my Gmail. So it really sent us into a loophole. So that was something that we couldn't control. But again, I'm thinking in my head, okay, if not this, something better. If not this, something better. If not this, something better. Let's go again. Okay. So no more ad spend. How much money did we make in sales in February from the same 4,500 list? Take a stab. Okay, well, he was one off. We had a big fat whopping 0.
Realistic.
Round 1, 0. Round 2, 0. And by this time, I'm getting pissed. Because I'm like a Serena Williams, where I can be the owner of 4 Grand Slams, but because I didn't get the 5th, I'm going to be irritated and finish out her calendar year. That's just me. It's who I am. Okay. And I'm accepting that. So here in my head, I'm thinking, okay, if not this, something better. If not this, something better. But I need to take a break because that is now 8 live workshops in which 0 sales have come from it. Better, right? Failure is one step closer to success. Okay. So then we go at it again in June. Only this time we had a few more steps along the way rather than going straight into a 90-day program, which you totally can. So those of you who have said, I want to create a 90-day program this month or today, not this month, today, we're doing it today. You totally can do it. It's just, it didn't work for my processes and for what my goal was with it. Okay. So June, we go at it again. And this time we created a 6-week program. I'm going to tell you guys let's do 30 days because that's a great place to start. We had, let's see. So at this point in June, we've probably lost 1,000 people in the email list. So we're probably talking to around 3,500 now. We had 17 join. Okay. If not this, something better. But we learned a whole lot along the way, including we've now got systems in place. As part of the build it section that we're talking about today, we've got systems in place that can handle the masses. We now have systems in place that can automate everything, because back in January and February, if you received an email from me, I sat down and I wrote that email in that exact moment. So now we have everything completely automated and it's absolutely glorious. Okay. Now, I tell you the two different spectrums. I tell you, like, look, this is what we did last month. From one training, from me taking stupid, fast, messy action. But also, here's the other side. And that's the realities of running a business, right? Something you're going to launch is going to go fantastic. Something you're going to launch is going to go absolutely down the drain. So if not this, something better.